Why Stefanos Tsitsipas's quick split with Goran Ivanisevic could harm his career. Warning: Stefanos Tsitsipas may have just slammed the brakes on his own comeback, and the tennis world is split on whether he realizes it yet. The Greek star's 2024-2025 campaign has been nothing short of a nightmare. Only a few seasons ago, Tsitsipas, once ranked number 3, was penciled into every Grand Slam second week. Today he is merely another seeded name who exits before the popcorn matches even begin. Since his runner-up appearances in Melbourne and Paris, he has failed to move past the second round at 5 straight majors. To arrest that slide, Tsitsipas finally decided to shake up his long-standing coaching arrangement. After spending his entire professional life under the watchful eye of his father, Apostolos, he first brought in Dimitris Tatsanikolaou at the start of 2024. That experiment lasted a few months. Then, in what looked like a masterstroke, he hired Hall of Famer Goran Ivanisevic, Novak Djokovic's former strategist and the man who helped the Serb collect 9 Grand Slam trophies. Fans and pundits alike thought this is the no-nonsense mentor he needs. But here's where it gets controversial. Tsitsipas and Ivanisevic lasted just 2 tournaments together. Less than 60 days after announcing the partnership, they walked in opposite directions. Why such a fast breakup? Although the pair have not released a joint statement, Ivanisevic's brutally honest remarks during their brief collaboration likely played a role. The 53-year-old Croat did not mince words. He says he wants to get back to the top, but he's not doing anything about it. It's always, I want, yet I see no progress. I was shocked. I've never seen a more unprepared player. With this knee, I'm 3 times fitter than him. Even Mick Kyrgios, hardly known for sympathy, stepped in on social media to defend Tsitsipas, accusing Ivanisevic of kicking a player while he's down. Some applauded the straight talk, others called it toxic. Which camp are you in? Let's zoom out and look at the hard numbers that drove everyone to desperation. Major results since the start of 2024. 2024 Wimbledon second round lost to Emil Brusevori. 2024 US Open first round lost to Thanasi Kokkinakis. 2025 Australian Open first round lost to Alex Michelsen. 2025 French Open second round lost to Matteo Gigante. And 2025 Wimbledon first round retired against Valentin Breuer. A top-flight player cannot survive on most scorecards. By hiring Ivanisevic, it appeared Tsitsipas finally accepted he needed iron-fisted direction. Yet walking away at the first sign of friction suggests he still gravitates toward the comfort zone, usually represented by his father's reassuring presence in the box. And this is the part most people miss. Coaching tough love can feel brutal, but it often acts as a catalyst elite athletes require. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson. Serena Williams had Patrick Mouratoglou. Djokovic himself imbued Marian Vargas' uncompromising standards before linking with Ivanisevic. Could Tsitsipas be rejecting the very medicine that could heal his career? Critics argue that bouncing between coaches ruins continuity, kills confidence, and confuses technical adjustments. Supporters counter that a player has every right to dictate mental whose style clashes with his own personality. There's merit on both sides, but the clock is ticking. Tsitsipas turns 27 this August, and slam windows rarely stay open forever. Stefanos Tsitsipas parts ways with coach Goran Ivanisevic. Tennis news. Stefanos Tsitsipas has made a surprising decision to part ways with his coach Goran Ivanisevic after a coaching relationship that lasted less than 2 months. This abrupt split raises many questions about what went wrong behind the scenes. But here's where it gets controversial. Ivanisevic didn't hold back in his criticism following Tsitsipas's poor showing at Wimbledon, calling it one of the most unprepared performances he had ever witnessed. Could this blunt honesty have contributed to their split? Let's explore the full story. Tsitsipas, currently ranked 29th in the world, brought Ivanisevic on board in May, hoping to turn things around after a disappointing streak in major tournaments. The Greek star, runner-up at the 2021 French Open and 2023 Australian Open, was desperate to regain his earlier form and believed Ivanisevic's extensive experience, including his Wimbledon title as a player in 2001, could provide the edge he needed. However, things didn't go as smoothly as planned. At Wimbledon in June, Tsitsipas was forced to retire during his first-round match against French qualifier Valentin Breuer due to a back injury, trailing convincingly at 6-3, 6-2. This early exit marked a continuation of struggles, as Tsitsipas has only reached one Grand Slam quarterfinal in his last 9 attempts. These lackluster results have puzzled fans and analysts alike. In an unusually frank post-match appraisal, Ivanisevic openly expressed his frustration, stating he had never seen a more unprepared player in his life. This scathing remark might have underscored deeper issues in their partnership, emphasizing how even a celebrated coach-player duo isn't immune to clashes or mismatched expectations. Despite the split, Tsitsipas showed professionalism and gratitude in his farewell message on Instagram. He described his time with Ivanisevic as brief but intense, and acknowledged it as a valuable chapter in his career journey. He thanked Ivanisevic for the dedication, time, and energy invested, not only in him, but his entire team. Importantly, Tsitsipas emphasized his respect for Ivanisevic as both a tennis legend and a person, wishing him well in his future endeavors. Goran Ivanisevic's coaching resume remains impressive. Beyond his remarkable playing career, his coaching stint with Novak Djokovic delivered 9 of Djokovic's 24 Grand Slam titles, before Ivanisevic stepped away from Djokovic's team in March 2024. More recently, Ivanisevic had a short coaching engagement with Elena Rybakina, the world number 12 from Kazakhstan. His willingness to work with top-tier players speaks to his respected status in the tennis world, though his coaching style might not be a perfect fit for everyone. This breakup raises interesting questions for tennis fans. Does a star player truly benefit from a big-name coach if personalities or strategies don't align? Can blunt honesty from a coach motivate a player, or might it hinder their confidence? And how should players and coaches navigate setbacks and criticisms on the biggest stages? We invite you to weigh in. Do you think Tsitsipas made the right call in ending this coaching relationship so swiftly? Could Ivanisevic's candid remarks have been a necessary wake-up call, or were they too harsh? Share your thoughts and debate below. These coaching dynamics are anything but straightforward. The complex dynamics of father-son coaching in tennis, Tsitsipas and beyond. Stefanos Tsitsipas's latest coaching move has reignited the debate. Can a father truly help a son reach tennis immortality? This emotional rollercoaster of family dynamics, high-pressure matches, and self-discovery is blurring the lines between love and coaching in professional sports. When Goran Ivanisevic, the legendary coach behind 12 of Novak Djokovic's Grand Slam victories, joined forces with Tsitsipas in spring 2025, he promised a revival. The young star, once a major finalist, but now sliding down rankings, had the technical skills. However, Ivanisevic demanded one non-negotiable condition. Tsitsipas's father, Apostolos, couldn't join the coaching team. The experiment lasted just 3 matches. What unfolded was a clash of philosophies. Ivanisevic criticized Tsitsipas's preparation, while the player hinted at longing for a family-like team. Before anyone could process it all, Tsitsipas severed ties with Ivanisevic and returned to his dad's guidance, a decision that sparked questions about trust and the boundaries between coaching and parenting. But here's where it gets controversial. Apostolos wasn't just any coach. He'd spent over a decade traveling with Tsitsipas, deeply understanding his mental state and habits. This intimate knowledge, practiced during meals, bedtime routines, and countless practice sessions, became both a superpower and a vulnerability. When Tsitsipas commanded Apostolos to leave mid-match during a disastrous 2023 Montreal Open loss, it marked a breaking point. The public fallout revealed raw tensions. Tsitsipas blamed his father for stalled progress, while Apostolos let his youngest son take center stage in their training. Is it possible for a father and son to maintain boundaries in such a high-pressure environment? Compare this to Alexander Zverev's experience. The world number 3 proudly coaches alongside his father and brother, claiming their relationship is unhealthy, argument-free. However, even this tightly knit team had moments of friction, like when Zverev nearly lost his French Open match and later admitted he wanted to viciously blame his family team. The Tsitsipas split for now failed to deliver results. Without Apostolos, Tsitsipas lost his first US Open match to Thanasi Kokkinakis, struggling to reignite his competitive drive. Yet the player doubled down, insisting he needed emotional autonomy. I need to grow up. Tsitsipas declared at New York's the Forest Hills district, emphasizing the importance of self-driven decisions. But 50 years of professional tennis suggest this isn't a one-size-fits-all issue. Casper Ruud's father, Christian, transitioned from childhood coach to peer-like collaborator. Their relationship thrives on banter and shared activities like golf tournaments and movies, creating a partnership that feels more like friends than parent-child. Meanwhile, Ben Shelton's father Brian took a tough love approach during college, only to later adopt a hands-off policy, letting Tsitsipas' fitness trainer handle the punishment. What's the golden formula? For Apostolos, it's about reading Tsitsipas' subtle cues. I know when his mindset shifts, he explained, referencing strategies like telling his son to focus on the tactile sensation of wiping sweat from his brow, instantly grounding him during pressure moments. And this is the part most people miss. Tsitsipas' recent return to Apostolos leaves us with more questions than answers. Will their renewed partnership reignite Stefanos' career? Or does this cycle of separation and reconciliation hint at deeper unresolved tensions? The intersection of family and sports remains a landmine, even for the Ruuds, who deliberately reset their coach-player dynamic during Casper's teen years. Whether you see parental coaching as a competitive edge or a recipe for disaster, one thing's clear. The father-son dynamic in tennis remains one of the most fascinating and debated elements in the sport. Should parents prioritize objective coaching or nurturing support? Can sons ever truly outgrow their father's guidance? Let us know in the comments. Do you think Tsitsipas made the right call returning to Apostolos, or will this cycle of tension derail his comeback?